Can I continue? Okay, so now I'm going to look at where number 1 over here meets number 1 over there. So I'm following the line down, and where they meet, that's my first point. Gonna do the same for all of them. Next is number 2. Number 3. Number 5 and 6. Can I continue? Okay, so next we're going to look for that common meeting place. So where this branch pipe sort of intersects with the main pipe. So if you look at where these lines hit the main pipe, you'll see that it's a little bit further away from where I stopped. So I need to find these points. So I'm just going to extend these lines a little bit. Okay. If I look at number 1 and 4, they all meet at the same spot. So that's why I didn't extend these lines, because 1 and 4 meets here. Next, 2 and 3 touches line AB over there. So I'm going to extend this straight up and make a mark by 2 and 3. 5 and 6 is on the same spot, so I don't need to make another marks for them. Okay, then I'm just going to connect them. So your instructions ask you to draw a left view, but I'm not going to draw a left view, because if you know how to do your top view and your front view, you'll be fine for your left view. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to project your points to the right. You're going to give yourself a 45, project it to the 45 and straight up, and then where they meet, that's where you plot your point. So this is grade 10 work, but if you need me to at a later stage, I will do it for you. I just want this page for you to be equipped to study from. So meaning we are going to do a development for your main pipe, which is this thing, and a development for the branch pipe, which is this thing, so that in the test, if I ask you, do the development of a main pipe, then you know how to, because you have an example on this page, and or the other way around. Okay, so I'm going to start with the main pipe development. So main pipe is this hexagon over here. And because I have space over here, I'm just going to extend the height over. So remember with the previous sketch, we took the height down to a spot where I had space. So I don't need to do that. I'm just going to project it to the right of the page. And I'm going to give myself a starting point. So it can be, if you want to, 10 millimeters away from your sketch. Then you're going to need your compass. Just like with the previous one, we need to take this hexagon and open it up. So I'm going to measure one of the sides of the hexagon. We have 6 sides, so I need 6 marks. Okay, so again, the dark line is my cut line, and the light lines, so the pink lines, is the fold lines. I want to show you what happens when you start to number at a different point. So tell me, where do you want me to start to number? Anything except number 1. Number 2. Okay, so starting with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, and ending with 2. So you start and end always with the same number. Can I continue, please? Okay. So the line that I have over here is 2 and 6. There's nothing touching that line, and to double check myself, there's nothing touching corner 2. So number 2 will be left alone. We don't touch it. Nothing touching 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to move to line 1. There is something happening in between 1 and 2. And 1 and 6. So most of my information is going to be on this side of my rectangle, which is perfectly fine. In a test, when we have to mark, we have like 6 or 7 memos for this drawing. so that every possible way that you could have numbered is correct. Okay, so this numbering system doesn't matter. It will move your sketch. But as long as the sketch is the same, it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 1. So number 1 is being cut on 2 spots. So I'm going to measure the first piece where it goes through number 1. And I'm going to put my sharp point on line 1 and make a mark. I'm then also going to measure the bottom one. It should be more or less the same. Then I have 2 marks on line 1. Okay. From line 1 or corner 1 to corner 2, there is another piece penetrating the main pipe. So I'm going to measure from 1 to where E and F touches the hexagon. So this is from 1 to 2. But you will see from 1 to 6 it will be the same. So I'm going to put my sharp point on line 1 and make a mark from 1 to 6 and 1 to 2. Bless you. Can I continue? Okay. So line F and B, so we have this point of A. Next one is F and B. F and B is going to be on one of these 2 lines that I just drew. So I'm going to measure, it could either be from the bottom or from the top to where point F and B is located. And I'm going to plot it. If I measured from the bottom up, I'm putting my sharp point at the bottom. If I measured from the top down, sharp point must be at the top. So this is point A. F and B. This is D. Okay, so now I just need E and C. E and C is over here. I'm going to follow that down. Just want to test something. No. Okay. So I'm measuring from the bottom to where E and C touches the main pipe. And it's on the same new lines. Okay, then I'm going to connect them. Okay, before I can call this complete, I need to label it as the main pipe development. Main pipe development. So in your previous sketch, you had 2 holes because your branch pipe went right through your shape. In this case, it's only entering at one spot. That's why we only have 1 hole. Okay. We are now going to move on to the branch pipe development. Same process, except I'm not measuring here on my main pipe. I'm going to be measuring on the branch pipe. Okay, so I'm going to look for a spot where I will have space. I have a little bit of space here and I have a little bit more space up here, so I'm going to draw at the top. What you can do is you can also project at this angle. I think it's 45. Yeah, you can project at the 45 angle, then you don't have to measure and plot as much as I'm going to do, but I'm going to be drawing flat just for future questions' sake, because what if you don't have space to project? Okay, so to start, I'm going to need the height. So usually we take this and we put it where we're going to start to draw, or in this case I projected it to the side. Now I need a length or a height for this. So I'm going to look for my longest line, and it looks like this one. So I'm going to measure the length of the longest line, and this step will always be the same. And I'm going to plot that in a space that I have open. I'm going to give myself a starting point. just repeating, I took this EC line, this is my longest line, and I'm just putting it in a space on my page. So this is a hexagon. I'm also going to need 6 equal spaces, but I need to measure my side of the branch pipe. And then I'm going to make 6 marks. Okay, so because I don't have a straight top and bottom, I can't give myself a dark border, but I can give myself a dark bottom. Do you want to start at A or any other letter? B. Okay. So B, C, D, E, F, A, B. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to line B, measure line B, plot line B. Go to A, measure A, plot A, E, plot E. I'm just going to continue like that. So just for my sanity, I'm going to start at this point and work my way down, starting at A. So I'm measuring from the edge to where it touches my main pipe. So this is for A. Then I'm going to take this measurement to A, sharp point on my dark line, and I make a mark. Okay, then B, measuring B from the edge to where it touches the main pipe. I have 2 B's. How do I know? There's only 1 B, but I have 2 here so that when I fold this closed, that B and B will touch and this will become 1. So that's why it gets the same information. Okay, then C.
Pardon the interruption, Mr. Sukunga. Please come to the office, Mr. Sukunga. And if you are getting your school photos taken, remember to flag the financial office and take your receipt to Mrs. Clark in G9.
Okay, I forgot B and F is the same line, so they get the same information. Then E and C. We're almost done. Okay, E and C is the very top. before we can call this done, I need to label branch pipe development. And after this, we are done.